Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my third secondary students. Welcome to the second semester of your Durus Online. Today is Unit 4. We have vocabulary and grammar from your book, The Traveler 6. So, what we learned today are three objectives. Number 1, to use phrasal verbs with the verb take correctly. Number 2, to practice expressions with the verb get. Number 3, to apply the unreal past to refer to the present or the past correctly. So for number 1, we're going to use phrasal verbs with the verb take correctly. You know, phrasal verbs is any verb with the preposition like take in, take out, take after, take up, and so on. These are phrasal verbs. Number 2, also we're going to practice some expressions with the verb get along, get up with, and so on. And number 3, we're going to apply the unreal past to refer to the present or the past correctly. You know, we can say if only or I wish or it's time you and so on. We'll see more details later. So let's warm up with the phrasal verbs with the verb take. You know, phrasal verbs are just any verb with any preposition like the verb take. So we have take down. So every time we add a different preposition to the verb, the meaning of the verb changes. So take down is different from take after. It's different from take up, from take away, take off, or take out, or take in, or take on, or take back. Or also we have take apart. Each one of these have the verb take. And after every verb take, we have a preposition. Every time we change the preposition, the meaning changes. So phrasal verbs with the verb take, let's take them one by one. 1. I love the new sofa, but I'm afraid it takes up the entire living room. So what do you think the phrasal verb take up means here? What do you think it means here? I love the new sofa, but I'm afraid it takes up the entire room. It means it's gonna take more space. I like it, but it's very big for my room because it's gonna take too much space. Number 2, ever since the new manager took over, sales have increased by 30%. So the phrasal verb take over or took over, it has a different meaning from take up. Here, took over was hired, okay? So ever since the new manager was hired, sales have increased by 30%. Now let's jump off to expressions with the verb get. Get fired, get the better of something or of someone. So let's take examples here. We have 3. 1, don't worry, we won't let them get the better of us. So here when we say, okay, relax, we won't let them win. Okay, we won't let them win. It's so unfair that sometimes the wrong people seem to get the sack. It means it's not fair that sometimes bad people or wrong people get everything, or get the prize, or get something good. And here, their lack of manners really gets on my nerves. It means they are not good people, they are impolite, so this makes me nervous. Okay? This makes me nervous. This is not phrasal verb because we don't have only, if you have get off, we call it phrasal verb, but here we call them expressions, and they're a little bit close like proverbs. Get the better of somebody, it means something else than get the sack or get on my nerves. Now let's do some evaluation about, the verb take. Now we choose the correct compilation for the following sentences. Take in, or take back, or take up what you said, or I will never speak to you again. So what do you say? Take back what you said, or I will never speak to you again. Two, who's going to take about or take over or to take with the company now that the president has retired. So who's going to take about, take over, or take with? Of course, who's going to take over the company now the president has retired? It means take over, take his place. Now let's remember also the expressions with the verb get even with, get on one's nerves, get the better of something or somebody, get the sack. Now one, I don't want to what? Get even with him, get on someone's nerves, get the better of him, get the sack of him. For what he did to me, it's not worth the fuss. So I don't want to be like him, or talk back like him, or take my revenge with him, or something like this. He did bad to me. This is not worth my anger. This is not worth a trouble. So I don't want to get even with him for what he did to me. Okay? It's not worth the fuss. Number two, don't let his comments get on your nerves, get the better of you, or get the sack of you. Just ignore him. Of course, get the better of you. So don't pay attention, okay, to his comments. Don't let him win on you. Just ignore him. Now, let's talk about the unreal past. How we can really, now we're in the present. We're talking now. I'm giving you a lesson now. And some of you maybe was absent. So they want to go back. Okay, so today is maybe Friday and tomorrow is Saturday. So some of you would like to go to Friday because today is Saturday. So he's going to go back to the past. And he wants or he wishes that he can change the past. But he can't. No one can change the past. Okay, no one has the power to change the past. So, but you may imagine that you are in unreal past. So you go back to the past and you wish the past was different. How? We have different ways. So the first way is that we use I wish, and after I wish, we always use the verb in past. Okay? And here we wish that it's about now. The wish is about now. So we wish now that something happened. Okay? What happened differently now. Okay? So we use wish, I wish, we wish, you wish, she wishes, he wishes. And after this we have past. Okay? For example, I wish I could see it. We wish she weren't here. Paula wishes Martin knew the answer. If only you had more money, and so on. I wish I could, I wish I saw, I wish I played, I wish I made. You got all these I wish, and after this I wish, or we wish, or she wishes, or he wishes, we have past. Okay? Also, it's the same like when you say I wish, it's the same if you say if only I could do this, if only I made, if only she saw, and so on. Another way we go for the unreal past, or we imagine the past, is that we use wish, and after wish we use the past perfect. What is the past perfect? The past perfect is had and the past participle. Had gone, had seen, had written, had played, had watched, etc. And here the wish, what we're wishing, is the wish about the past. So you wish that if you can go back to the past and change it. But you can't, but you only wish. So I wish I had been there. So you wish, you go back to the time, and you are in that moment in the past. I wish I had been there. She wishes she hadn't come late. They wish you had known the answer. Or if only they hadn't seen her. So I wish, past perfect, or if only past perfect. So far we got two. The first wish is about now. I wish I could, if only I could, okay? Or the second one, which is when you wish to go back to the past and change it. Also, I wish, but after I wish we had past perfect, which is had and verb 3, or what we call it past participle, or if only past participle. I wish I hadn't made mistakes. If only they had studied to the exam, but it's too late. The third unreal past is we use wish, and after wish we have would and action verb, or wish and after wish we have would and a present verb. I wish we would go. I wish we would see. If only they would come, and so on. And actually, here, the third kind of unreal past here, we are not happy about this situation now, and we wish it would change in the future. So something we're not happy about it now, but we would like it to change in the future. For example, I wish she would go there. So I'm not happy that she didn't go there, but I wish in the future she would go there. He wishes Maya would come. She didn't come yet, but he wishes maybe after 2 minutes or, 10 minutes or 30 minutes, she would be here. John wishes my friend would learn English. He didn't learn English, but he wishes that he will do that in the future. If only they wouldn't do that. And you really regret here that they did that, but in the future, you hope that they won't do it again. So far we had 3 ways to do the unreal past. I wish, or if only. We have past, I wish I could, or if only I could. The second one, which is about the past, also we can use I wish or if only, and after them we use past perfect. I wish I had seen, if only I had seen. Or the third one, wish, would, and a present verb. So you can say I wish, or if only, I wish he would go there, or if only my friend, or if only Ali would learn Spanish. Now let's go for the unreal past and do exactly, or explain to you exactly the rule for this. So for present or for the future reference, we use the unreal past. So we use wish, if only, would rather also, or as if, or as though, or it's high, or it's about time. Okay? So it's high time or it's about time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words here, and the past simple to make a wish about a present or future situation which we would like it or which we like to be different. So we always imagine we go back to the past and wish if the past would be different, but we can't change it. For example, and this is for the first way to do the unreal past with simple past. I wish I had a better job. If only I didn't have so much homework, I could read the book. I'd rather you didn't use my phone. It's time you went to bed. Or it's about you went to bed. The second way, when we have a past reference, we use the same words, which are wish, if only, would rather, as if, as though, with the past perfect, which is had and any verb in the past participle, had seen, had written, had played, and so on. So we express regret about something that happened or didn't happen in the past. But we can change the past. I wish you had been there. If only I had studied harder when I was at school. I'd rather you had informed me earlier. He talked to us as if he had known us for years. Now let's do some exercise and see how we can answer these questions here. Rewrite the following sentences using the appropriate form of the verb or verbs given in the brackets. So if only I have more money. If I know earlier, I would have sent you an argument message or an urgent message. 3, it's time you wash those trousers. I wish I know his address. So for the first one, if only I had more money. If only I had known earlier, I would have sent you an urgent message. It's time you wash those trousers. And finally, I wish I knew his address. Good, so what we have learned today so far, we got some vocabulary with the phrasal verbs with the verb make out, make up, make after, and so on, and some other expressions with get, like get even with, get the better of, and also get along with. And finally, we had 3 ways to do the unreal past with I wish, as if, or I would, and verb, an action verb or a verb in the present. That you can see the references here for you. There Traveler 6, the student book, and Traveler 6, the teacher's book, and some photos taken from Google Clip Arts. And finally, for more information and lessons, you can visit our website, ain.eg.sa, and follow us on Twitter, ain_edu, and call us on this number for any information or updates. That was all for today. Until I catch you again, have a good day and assalamu alaikum.